It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, basketball fans. I'm Ernie Johnson, welcoming you to 2K Sports. I'm here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Tonight, we'll be watching the Orlando Magic playing against the Boston Celtics. Well, for Boston, 5-5 over their last 10 games, but they're not satisfied with 500 ball. Looking to tack one onto the win tally tonight.
We are live from Amway Center for an Eastern Conference contest with the Magic in Orlando. Hello and thanks for joining us on Noche La NBA, the NBA's celebration of Latin heritage, both among its players and fans. I'm Kevin Harlan, joined by Chris Webber and Greg Anthony. David Aldridge is our sideline reporter. Celtics swing into this game as part of their continuing road trip. They're in 5th place in the East, a team to be reckoned with for sure.
And they need to play much better tonight than they did in the first game. This is the second of 4 games between them this season, so a team they'll face often. They want to keep it competitive.
Well, you don't want to give an opponent the feeling that they...
And before...
Okay, Kevin, thanks very much. He told me he's anticipating just as tough...
Thank you, David. And this one features, Chris, 2 of the more athletic teams in the league. That makes a pretty good setup for us tonight.
Oh, this is the perfect father-son, mother-daughter family game to go to. This is one of those games you'll enjoy and remember your whole life. I mean, the highlights, you'll remember where you were. Something special is going to happen tonight. Trust me.
So let's take a look at the Boston Celtics starting lineup. We've got Allen Williams. Irving is out there with Smart. And it's Hayward. And it's Cantor in at the 5. Now, here's Wells. Not a lot of room. And DJ throws it down.
And when Wells spots one of his guys wide open and doesn't hesitate at all, just gets it over before the D can react.
Hayward outside. Cantor sets the pick for Hayward. There's the feed to Cantor. Shot clock at 5. And it's blocked. And here we go. DJ heading to the basket. And DJ throws it down.
Well, look at the hustle from DJ. He's an energetic guy who loves leaking out on the break. He's dangerous in these situations.
Magic on defense. 4-point game. They're coming off that win against the Nets.
And how about the defensive adjustments in that one? Their communication was brilliant all night.
But they really work well together. They trusted each other. That's how you get stops.
Well executed, and then you love the strong finish.
So many fast breaks now ending the 3-point shot. Good to see them taking it to the rack.
Hayward with the ball. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Detroit.
And it was an unselfish night for him as well. He got plenty of assists to go along with all those points.
Oh, the mid-range game, a lost art. Nice bucket by Smart.
Magic moving the ball around. The tray. They grab their own miss. And the basket by Gordon. Gordon's got his first points in this one.
Now that makes them 80% from the floor early on. Let's see how long they can stay this hot.
Irving kicks to Williams. Hayward outside. Tipped away. Oh, and here we go. Isaac's got the fast break chance, and he jams it with authority.
And I really love watching how he can attack in the open floor. Isaac's really good at knowing where to sprint in order to find those cracks in the defense.
And that replay presented by Under Armour showing us the fantastic steal that led to that fast break finish. Another unleashed chaos moment. But they'll get another chance. Cantor, Irving with a clean look. Kept alive by Boston. Cantor dishes to Irving. Connects from three-point range. Irving's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for three. Hayward outside. And in this first quarter, about 3 minutes played. Irving kicks to Williams. Out to Hayward from the arc. Here's Cantor. Got a piece of it.
DJ is solid at knowing when to leap up for the block shots. Got to be careful with shooting when he's around.
And that one off the back of the rim and in. Isaac's got his second basket of the night.
Good movement there, and the lead pass was right where it needed to be.
And now the first timeout called here for Boston. They put up a nice win against Detroit the last time out.
Away from home, you got to execute, and they did that flawlessly.
Yeah, and they also controlled the pace of the game for most of the night. Outstanding effort in a hostile environment.
Here's what Orlando's going with right now. Yusuf Nurkic, he's checked in for Aaron Gordon. Justin Anderson comes in for Isaac, and Fournier subbed in for Wells. So Boston going with almost an entire new group here. Yabusele, he's checked in for Enes Kanter. Tatum comes in for Allen Williams. Brown, he's checked in for Gordon Hayward. And it's Vaughn in for Marcus Smart.
Oh, DJ, such a reliable defender, using his quick hands to rip the ball away. Can't afford to let him come away with steals.
Outside Irving. Launches a three. And the rebound by Nurkic. Magic leading by 9.
And just think about this. Kyrie Irving in his single season at Duke, he only played 11 games. He was limited to 11 games. Still, he was the #1 overall pick. That's just game. And then he justified it winning Rookie of the Year. Incredible.
So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. And Kyrie Irving with a historically great rookie campaign, but some have said he hasn't improved a whole lot on that big entrance into the NBA.
His defense is still a work in progress, and that's what he has to shore up if he's going to enter the conversation for maybe best point guard in the world. But to me, he's already in that conversation.
Harrison's checked in for Irving.
And Brown is just an exceptional player. Really love whenever he shows off his athletic ability.
Orlando shooting their first free throws of the night right here.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
That free throw, no good. Jackson, he's checked in for Orlando. And he's good on the second.
Well, and the Celtics bringing in Brad Stevens as head coach in 2013. That same summer, they made their blockbuster trade with the Nets. 2 home run moves for their franchise.
Here's Tatum. And he makes the bucket, drew contact, and gets the whistle, too.
And how about Tatum there?
Shooting 1.
And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. And the Celtics signed Brad Stevens to a 6-year contract to lure him away from Butler in college basketball. Chris, they were very confident he'd be a great coach.
Well, they might want to pull out their pen and have him sign another 6-year deal real quick because he's already established himself as one of the league's top coaches.
We've got Isaac. Wells is out there with Rogers. Then it's Aaron Gordon, and it's DJ in at the center, locking down the middle. That's who's out there for Orlando. And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, DJ in the last matchup against the Nets put on a show. He scored 33 points, and in addition to his scoring, he also finished with a season high in rebounds. He racked up big numbers in what was a really good performance. Can he carry it over tonight? We'll see, Kevin.
David, appreciate the report. He was a one-man show in that game.
And, you know, it'll be interesting to see how much that took out of him. I mean, he'll have a hard time putting up anything even close to those numbers here tonight.
I mean, well, it should have taken all the energy out of him. It should have taken something out of him, Greg. I mean, he pushed the envelope in every way that night. He was unreal.
Celtics trail by 18. Outside Irving. Knocked loose. Shot clock at 6. Dishes to Cantor. The Celtics need to get a shot off. Smart misses. Orlando leading by 18. Here's Wells. Second shot opportunity. And it's Gordon missing.
And he thought he had a clear path to the hoop, but the defense didn't give up on that play and cut him off.
You can see that he definitely takes rebounding seriously, and his size really helps him come down with plenty of those tough boards.
Feeds it to DJ. The Magic again can't hit.
The D a little slow to get in his face. They're fortunate it didn't cost him.
Smart passes to Irving. 41 seconds left in the first half. And here we go. DJ heading to the basket. And DJ throws it down.
We'll give DJ some credit. He's extremely efficient. He knows where his spots are on the floor.
Now, here is Irving. He's coming off a 13-point game against the Pistons in Detroit.
And that's what you give up when you don't fight over the screen.
A lot of times your defense is your offense is your defense. This is poor decision-making right here. You can't let him have that shot. Also might have been a lack of effort.
Hayward outside. "18 feet out." And so it's Orlando controlling the game and finishing the quarter with a 20-point lead. From the field, they have been outstanding. Amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, scoring has not been an issue. How are you getting those looks that you want?
Look, DA, it's not an issue. It's never been an issue. I'm better than these guys out here trying to guard me. It's been that way my whole life. You know, whenever I get the ball, it's a mismatch, and you need to at least send a double team my way, or I'm gonna put in the work on you just like I've been doing tonight. This is just the beginning, though. You know what I'm saying? Stay tuned, because the second half I'll have even more points.
Very confident young man. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David, and we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway. And as we welcome you back, we begin our second half. So far, not a tightly contested game, guys, but, you know, anything can happen. You look at DJ in this one, he's been everywhere.
And I loved in that first half that they were patient, looked for good shots, and knocked them down.
Yeah, and then it wasn't all dunks. I mean, they were squaring up with confidence, and that became contagious.
On the court for the Celtics, Williams is out there with Hayward. Then it's Kyrie Irving. Then there's Smart, and it's Cantor in at the 5 down low. Oh, there have been a lot of great young big men come into the league over the last couple of years. Chris, do you think the post position is about to make a comeback in the league right now?
I think it definitely could make a comeback because of the players that we've seen enter into this game, like Cat and Davis and Embiid. But I also think that, you know, the game has grown because we've had to see players like Larry Bird on the post extend his game to three-point area. We got to see Hakeem Olajuwon get the first big crossover. So I don't know if the game will ever be the same with traditional post. But I do know the game is in good hands with guys that have great skill sets, and so the big man is definitely back.
Hayward dishes to Irving. Cantor with a screen on Rodgers. Irving. Again, the Celtics good for 2.
Oh, they can't miss their third make in a row to begin the half.
Magic leading by 16. Pass to Rodgers. Here's Isaac. He's covered by Irving. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
And Jonathan Isaac, a 6'11" small forward out of Florida State. You know, we're seeing more and more players like this with the length of a center and the guard skills. You know, you think of KD, Brandon Ingram, and now Isaac.
Catching up on the changes for Orlando. Yusuf Nurkic comes in for Gordon, and Evan Fournier subbed in for Wells. And then for Boston, Yabusele, he's checked in for Williams. And it's Rashad Vaughn in for Smart. Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over. And the story for Jonathan Isaac. As a sophomore in high school, Greg, he stood 6'3" and played guard. He hit a growth spurt, as you can see.
Yeah, and it makes a difference. I think what I notice most is that he's retained not just the perimeter skill, but also the fluidity. I mean, he's light on his feet and really moves well. Remember, there was another guy that was a point guard and had a nice growth spurt. I think his name was Anthony Davis. That's 1 for their first 4 to start the second half.
Irving against Rogers. Irving double team. Passes it to Yabusele. From outside, off the mark.
Oh, it's a confidence shaker when you can't hit a wide open 3 like that.
The pass to DJ. Here is Rogers. Floats it up for DJ, and DJ throws it down.
And love how aggressive DJ is. Superb at putting himself in a good position for those alley-oops.
And the replay presented by Under Armour. Unleash chaos, giving us the chance to enjoy that alley-oop all over again. Yabusele passes to Cantor. Again, the miss by the Celtics. Orlando leading by 19. It's DJ atop the key. Misses the 3. The Celtics have gone 3 of 6 in the third quarter, 50% from the field. The shot's good from Gordon Hayward.
Just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
For Orlando, they've gone 2 of 6 from the field here in the third. DJ kicks to Nurkic. Over to the left wing. Fournier gets a wide-open look. Hits the three-point bomb. Fournier's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Celtics trail by 20. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
The shot's good from Gordon Hayward.
Oh, look at Irving go to work off the ball screen and his man. He's always alert, constantly scanning the floor for his teammates.
Now, here's Fournier. He's guarded closely. Anderson outside. DJ sets the screen for Anderson. An easy 2 points on the layup. Anderson's got his second basket.
Indicative of what we've seen tonight. One team being the aggressor, the other failing to react.
You know the saying, numbers don't lie. You can see it up there on the scoreboard.
Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over.
Yeah, the amount of points they've given up here in the paint, that's what they got to talk about.
Ooh, this is ugly.
Orlando leading by 22. Rogers is out there with Wells. Then there's Gordon. Then it's DJ. And it's Isaac in at the 3. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Magic. Tatum kicks to Harrison. He dishes it to Cantor. Good work there as it goes.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agendas.
DJ passes to Rogers. Orlando moving the ball around. DJ kicks to Wells. And he's good on the 3-ball.
When you're open, DJ will find you. A team-first guy who plays well within the offense.
Boston's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Here's Harrison. There's a screen by Williams. And here is Tatum. Clock at 6. Here's Harrison. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Down low.
How about the timing there by Isaac on some of these alley-oops? Very impressive. Great at knowing when to leave the floor and how to finish that lob.
Here's Harrison, guarded by Rogers. Here's Cantor, and he's able to get it back. And he gets the bucket. Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. And DJ throws it down.
And DJ is tenacious on the drive, exceptional at getting speed behind him and soaring for the slam.
And stolen by DJ. And DJ throws it down.
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case, it looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Oh, well, that's because it was terrific anticipation. Also, the quick hands, a lethal combination.
Just 5 on the clock. And the foul called on DJ. That is his first foul of the game. Chris, bench celebrations can be seen as showing up the other team. Is there a balance in your mind of how players can celebrate without maybe rubbing it in the other team's face?
I mean, this isn't baseball. You know, if basketball was baseball, if we hit a home run, then we could trot, turn around, spin. We don't, you know, you have respect for your players by how hard you play against them, by preparing for them, by, you know, not playing dirty. But basketball, no. No, the culture is in the parks. The culture is with guys that play, and the bench should have as much fun. I love watching the benches go crazy. Think of how hard those guys on the bench work all season long and may never get in. What's wrong with being hyped for your teammates? No, I don't think it should be turned. I love it. Actually, I think some of these benches need to turn it up even more. Hopefully, we get a better show on the bench.
And the first one at the line is good. Yabusele, he's checked in for Boston. And so he makes both from the line. Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for Orlando.
This is a game where the defense, steals specifically, generating a lot of opportunities.
And it created possessions for them, scoring opportunities, and that effort a big part of what will be a nice victory here tonight.
And I think coming into this game, these guys felt they had the confidence to win. And looking at the season they've had, already 58 wins in the books. Tonight will be win number 59.
And once the horn sounds, they're going to go up 2-0 in the season series.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for DJ.
He was doing everything right, and the points came in bunches. Definitely had the hot hand.
And Kyrie Irving very steady with the ball in his hands. Not a lot of turnovers for a player who handles the ball as much as he does.
Yeah, I mean, he makes great reads. Pick and roll, drives, kicks. He keeps his dribble low, but sometimes he has his dribble high. He's great at the pocket passes, great off pick and rolls, great at screens, and can space the floor.
The dish to DJ. And DJ throws it down.
And how much longer are they going to keep that foot on the accelerator?
At this point, it's just icing on the cake. Terrific run, closes it out.
A nice shot by Irving.
Nothing better than a hustle play like that. It gets the whole team amped up, sets the example for everyone.
Puts it up from 17, and it's Orlando with another.
And giving the fans what they came to see, a spirited performance.
Yeah, with a double-digit lead at this point, they can pretty much mark this one up in the win column.
Hayward goes in. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
Putting defenders in tough spots is a trait of Hayward's game. I mean, he gets his man on the back foot and forces him to either foul or give up the easy one.
And that's good as he hits both of his shots. Now, DJ. And so it's Orlando taking this one by a big margin. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but you have to appreciate just what a clinical performance they put on.
I know their fans appreciated it, and we saw at times just stretches of excellent defense. Potency from an offensive standpoint as well. They were pretty much dominant.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Congrats on the win. Now, you got it going offensively. How did you create looks for yourself against the defense?
You know, DA, creating is easy for me. You know, on any given play, I see about 2 or 3 ways to rip a defense apart. And, you know, the hardest part, actually, it's not really that hard. Everything's pretty easy for me. But, you know, the challenging part is picking which way to go about it. Because, you know, I usually pick the shot that is most likely to end up on my highlight reel.
Do you have everybody over at the house to watch these highlight reels, or do you just watch by yourself? I'm curious. Guys?
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that about wraps it up. For Chris Webber, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thank you for being with us. So long.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hey, Ernie Johnson here, and I'm joined by Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports. The fans are filling the seats in Orlando, the site of our broadcast, and where the Magic will be going up against the New York Knicks. For New York, they'd love to get back on a winning track. 7 losses in their last 8 games. That is not going to get it done, and they...
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Oh, say does that stars.
We're at the sold-out Amway Center. Welcome, everyone, to NBA basketball here on 2K Sports. Tonight, it's Noche NBA, a celebration of... And before we get going, let's catch up with David Aldridge, who had a chance to talk with head coach Frank Vogel. David, what do you have to say?
Well, guys, he said, we know what we have to do to beat this team because we've already done it once this year.
Thanks, David. And one issue that has come up for the Knicks in their quest for success, Brent, is their lack of continuity.
Maybe one problem, Kevin, is that the New York Knicks organization feels just a bit too cliquey between ownership and then management and the coaching staff, and that there just hasn't been the kind of connectivity that you need in order to make things grow organically. It's been very forced in New York City, and until they find that right combination, the struggles can continue.
So a look at our starters for the Knicks. Turner is out there with Porzingis, and it's Booker in at the 5 spot.
And Isaac is, I mean, really breathtaking in transition. A long-legged forward who just devastates the defense with his speed.
Porzingis, he can't hit that time. And Orlando the other way now. Their last game, a win against Boston, looking to carry it into this one.
And you know what? Up against a weak defense, they were allowed to do pretty much whatever they wanted.
Yeah, what I like, though, besides that, is that they just didn't settle for it, because weak defenses, you could take bad shots. That's not what they did here tonight.
On defense, the Magic. It's a 5-point game. Last time these two teams came together was also in this building, and they were able to win it for the home fans.
And I felt like they came out of that with a terrific game plan, especially on the offensive end.
The defense seemed to be swirling and guessing about where the attack was coming from, inside, outside, and in transition.
And how about the ground Isaac can cover? I mean, between his height and wingspan, alley-oops are becoming just a way of life.
Outside, Porzingis. Pass to Ntilikina. Makes it off the glass.
And where's the help? Obviously, a missed rotation, something they're going to want to patch up.
Well, you have to be able to trust each other on the defensive end of the floor. Otherwise, the whole thing is just going to crumble.
He feeds it to Turner. Booker in the post. 29 points for him last game against the Clippers in Los Angeles.
Well, the thing he did most was fluster the defense. I really liked how he showed no fear and constantly attacked the lane and drew contact, which in turn got him the free throws.
Coming down the home stretch, Brent, some teams in clear rebuild mode at this point. What are they looking to get out of the rest of the season?
Well, this is all about experience, Kevin, giving guys opportunity so that they go into the offseason with specific goals in mind as individual players to get better at their game. And when they do that, they come back collectively better for the organization. So experience only here as we close out the season for a few of these teams.
Orlando shooting their first foul shots of the night here.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
And you know DJ's hearing that music in his head each and every time he's up there by himself on the free throw line. Well, they depend on him to score, and that doesn't mean just from the field. Sometimes it comes from the charity stripe.
Porzingis kicks to Booker. Over DJ. Tried to bank it in, but he misses. Orlando leading by 7. Pass to Isaac. Orlando moving the ball around to the wing right side. And DJ throws it down.
Well, DJ's up, and DJ's got a plan, and DJ is going to rock the rim with that hand. How about that, Kev?
I like that. Nicely done, Brent. Nicely done. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Here's Ntilikina. That's tipped. Wells dishes to DJ. Here's Isaac. Turner covering. There's the pass to DJ. And the lead now, double digits on that bucket. DJ's got his second basket of the night.
Aggressive coming out of the gate here, guys. Wow.
And already the lead is significant. Excellent play on both ends.
And the Knicks decide to take their first time out here. Last game matched up with the Clippers. A tough loss there.
And they couldn't get stops when they needed to. The opposition just too comfortable shooting the basketball.
And it's not that you have to take chances, but you got to step up your effort and try to get disruptive. They never did that. And on the road, that's a recipe for disaster.
And stolen by Fournier. Jumps up. Oh!
Yeah. Methodical in their approach. They have absolutely owned this first quarter.
Yeah, you can credit the play calling. Nothing really fancy, just imposing their will on the inside.
Pass to Moss. Feeds it to Hardaway. Hardaway is screen on Gordon. Oubre passes to Parsons. Great D that time from DJ.
Credit the defense, wisely avoiding fouling the shooter. Don't want to give up a personal there. And he made him attempt a difficult layup.
A 3-ball. Orlando gets it back. The shot's good from Rodgers.
And from the opening tip, they just crushed it. You see it now on the scoreboard.
Just incredible flow offensively. Everyone's doing their part. Let's see if they can sustain this early momentum.
Dishes it to Hardaway. Clock at 6. Here's Sherman. No good. They had a chance to end the run there. Magic leading by 15. DJ kicks to Fournier. Pass to DJ. Shot by Gordon, wide open. Off target with his 3. Here's Oubre. And after just 1 quarter of play, a double-digit differential on the scoreboard. Magic lead by 15. Stay with us as we get set to bring you the second quarter right after this. Welcome back, everyone. It's Noche Latina. So New York ends up going with the new group. Orlando's gone 1 of 4 from three-point range in the second. Not a whole lot dropping out there for them. Jackson is out there with Wells. Then it's DJ, and it's Isaac in at the 3 slot. That's who's out there for Orlando. And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, DJ in the last matchup against the Celtics was outstanding. He scored 34 points and was very efficient on offense. He picked his spots on when to keep the ball moving or to shoot. The numbers in that game make me anxious to see what he can do tonight. Kevin?
Great, David. Appreciate it. Well, he set the bar pretty high for himself with that performance.
He did. But we know he's going to try to raise that bar again tonight. No matter how good he is, he's always thinking he can do better.
And the great players are never satisfied. We'll see what he does in the next one.
Foul on the play. Basket counts, so it'll be a 3-point play chance. And that sends DJ to the free throw line. It's on Porzingis. Rogers checked in for Jackson. Hey, Brent, as we move toward a more positionless league, versatility obviously is such a key. Who do you think are some of the more versatile centers in the game right now?
Well, I'm not going to put them in any particular order, but Anthony Davis playing a little bit more of the 5 is certainly a nightmare matchup. He's expanded his range to be able to shoot threes. Kristaps Porzingis represents basketball's version of a unicorn. Nobody knows what to make of that guy. DeMarcus Cousins, we see Karl Anthony Towns exploring his game in Minnesota and the versatility he has as a passing big that can shoot from range. And Joel Embiid in Philadelphia is raising all kinds of eyebrows, Kevin. I've just never seen somebody with that kind of size and that kind of mobility have such a soft touch from the three-point line. So the new evolutionized 5 position and revolutionized 5 position is in good shape.
That's a great list.
Just doesn't seem to be shooting it with confidence, and his shots are going all over the place in this period.
And the foul called on DJ. That is his first foul of the game. Tipped away, and it's out of bounds. The Knicks able to retain possession here.
Playing with lots of energy here, trying to cause turnovers.
Yeah, even though he doesn't come up with the steal, that kind of deflection will disrupt the rhythm of this offensive possession.
Good on the triple. And that's now 8 points for Porzingis.
Well, Porzingis has that range, a luxury to have a guy that size who can stroke it.
And DJ throws it down.
And how about breaking out the Statue of Liberty on that dunk?
A nice way to pad that lead a little more. You're right. Booker outside. Over DJ. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. The Knicks shooting their first free throws of this game. The first one falls, and Orlando making a change here. Anderson's checked in. Both free throws good from Booker. Magic leading by 7. Kicks it to DJ. It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock.
Well, if he spins music as well as he scores, I'm going to have to see DJ behind the tables one of these nights, Kevin, and you're invited.
I like it. Thanks, Brent. Sounds like fun. Booker up top. On the wing, Turner takes a 3. Good. And a nice assist from Booker. Turner's got himself on the board with 3 there. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
Yeah, going to work on the inside now and causing all sorts of problems. DJ's not afraid to get physical on the low block.
He's got free throw attempts number 4 and 5 here.
And all you need to do is see his free throw percentage, guys. 90 for the season to know what kind of year he's having.
Such a big bonus to have a big guy that can step up to the free throw line and knock down shots. So many guys struggle from there.
And so we wrap up the first half. It's the Magic. They lead by 8. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Here with Coach Quinn Snyder. Quinn, what concerns you most about the first half?
Well, I think the tempo is in there.
Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. All right, the second half beginning in just a moment. DJ really making a difference here.
Yeah, and through 2 quarters, he's been lights out. And you know he's going to look to add to those totals.
And defensively, hard to force him out of the rhythm at this point because he has a number of ways with which he can beat you.
On the court for the Knicks, they've got Evan Turner, Bogdanovich out there with Ntilikina, and there's Porzingis, and it's Booker in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Knicks trail by 8, and it's out of bounds to New York. They'll retain possession. Now let's take a look at how the shots have been divided up between 3-point shots and 2-point shots for the Knicks.
Liking the effectiveness they've shown here from three-point land. And I say, hey, shoot it more. They've been successful with a high field goal percentage, and we'll see if that continues to be a part of their arsenal.
Porzingis kicks to Bogdanovich. Back to Porzingis. Booker with the screen for Porzingis. Inside. That one's good, and the Magic lead is cut down to 6 on the bucket from Booker.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Whenever you get a chance to see Porzingis play, Brent, you get a sense of excitement.
He's definitely one of the players in the league that I like to watch, and mostly because I'm interested in the progression of Kristaps Porzingis. When he first came in, it was all about those follow-up highlight dunks on the offensive end where he was throwing things down as putbacks. But now it's about refining his game and becoming more consistent night in and night out.
And defensively, this is the opposite of how you want to start the second half.
Yeah, it's like 4 teenagers at home over the summer, just not enough activity. You've gotten your rest. It's time to man up.
The Magic leading by 6. From the wing. Tried to bank it in, but he misses.
I'd just like to see the defensive effort get better for their ball club. They can't expect guys to miss the mid-range Jays every time.
They get it back. They double him with DJ. New York moving the ball around. The dish to Bogdanovich. Booker with the screen for Bogdanovich. Got freed up. Nice work off the pick. And that's 11 points for Porzingis.
Well, that's a patented move, I think, for Porzingis. Excellent with the catch and shoot.
Good D by Booker.
Well, you know, they're in the lead, but he's still been frustrated from an offensive standpoint.
That's tipped, and it's going to be out of bounds. The Knicks will retain possession. Now let's take a second to bring up our rookie leaderboard for a glance at this year's top first-year free throw shooters. Yusuf Nurkic, he's checked in for Orlando. Jackson comes in for Wells. And the Knicks making a change here as well. Parsons checked in for Turner. And we're about a minute and a half here into the second half. Pass to Ntilikina. Booker in the post. Goes back up. He takes it up and lays it in. Booker's got 7 points here in this quarter.
They needed a run desperately, and boy, did they come up big.
I just think it was a matter of getting recomposed, altering their game plan just a little bit. They look completely in sync now.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. Porzingis, and again, it's New York.
Now, these are the kind of nights you expect to see more and more. Porzingis just taking over.
And again it will go. Basket is good from DJ. DJ's got 21.
Defensively, this is what you know. He's coming off a hot game and looking to keep it rolling.
And you could try to key in on him, but that's tough. They run plays that routinely give him makeable looks.
And it'll be Orlando with their first time out of the game right here. Ray, you played all 4 years in college after redshirting your freshman season. .23 seconds left in the third quarter.
If they can just hold this now for the last shot.
Right, no need to give the ball back here. Run the clock down, be patient, and run a decent play.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam, using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there, sure. Outside Turner lets it go from deep. He can't get that one to fall. Wells unable to get that one. DJ, he is feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for the Orlando Magic. They've leaned on him for offense, and he hasn't let them down. He's now up to 23 points today. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And meanwhile, Frank Vogel talking to his team.
Shrink the floor. When you're on the ball or closing out, close out faster.
We've got a great game on our hands as we welcome you back. The fourth quarter of action getting started. We've got Evan Fournier. He's out there with Wells. Anderson is out there with DJ. That's who's out there for Orlando. Here's Moss, and the layup's good off the glass.
And after a first half in which their offense shot under 40%, they've got the lead, and they should count themselves to be lucky.
Out of bounds, New York takes possession.
Yeah, this is where you have to sharpen up your passing. That's a careless turnover.
Isaac's checked in for the Magic. The Knicks with the lead. Now the pass to Moss. Outside, Bogdanovich. Shot off the pick. No good that time. And it's the Magic taking it the other way. They host the Kings after this game. That game will conclude a 3-game homestand.
You got to be a little bit questioning of the defense, because I'm sure they feel foolish for giving that guy that look, but they survived it.
And they pick up 2.
And how about the grit and determination in the post? I mean, essential qualities to have late in a close game.
And it's off the back rim, no good. The Knicks leading by 4. From past the arc, that falls. Nice feed that time from Turner.
Turner does so many things well, including setting up his teammates with perfect passes, just like that.
To stop the run, and DJ with the nice bucket inside. DJ's got 25 points in the game.
Well, you see the excellent skill set, and this is when you want to make an impact.
I feel like there's an uptick in the intensity as well. Fourth quarter, and it's closing time.
First minute and a half of basketball played here in the fourth quarter. Here's Ntilikina. He's guarded by Fournier. Out of bounds, Orlando takes possession.
Yeah, it's a disappointing sequence of plays. Absolutely inexcusable turning the ball over like that.
The Magic trail by 5. Turner with the steal. It's Bogdanovich on the wing. Here's Ntilikina. And count it. He'll head to the line with a chance to make it 3.
And you have to like how they're getting the ball inside this half. They didn't have as much success in the paint earlier, but they're finally getting it done down low.
Rogers checked in for Evan Fournier.
And Ntilikina, he possesses that unselfishness that really allows his guys to play their best basketball. You got to love his approach.
He kicks it to Booker. No one near Turner as he lets it go. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark.
Not his best game, but they're still getting it done collectively.
Yeah, this is a terrible start for him, and it has to be weighing on him.
Ball's knocked loose and stolen by DJ. Pass to Rogers. Tries to keep it alive. Turner with the steal. And it's Bogdanovich off the drive. First free throw is good. Porzingis is checked in for New York. He's perfect from the line this time. A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth quarter. Here's Isaac, and that one is stuffed right through.
The pass shows you the tremendous feel that DJ has. The D has no idea he could thread the ball through there.
Knocks it loose. And it's out of bounds. The Knicks will take it the other way. they can take their time on this possession.
It wouldn't be a bad idea. Just give themselves a little bit of a break.
Stolen. And DJ throws it down.
And that could prove to be a massive bucket in this game. DJ gets called on, and he responds.
Free throw good, DJ.
A good guy to have on the free throw line when the score is close, and he takes care of business as usual.
1:44 left in the fourth quarter. The three. Shots good by Turner. And the Knicks lead by 7.
How much opens up for this offense when Evan Turner is knocking down threes. Capable there.
Now here's DJ. Tight defense on him. Banked in off the glass. DJ's got 16 points here in the second half.
Interior D lacking, and it couldn't be at a worse time giving up that easy one.
Well, just an incredibly slow rotation. That is someone's responsibility and something they're going to need to discuss.
The lead pass was put in just the right spot. Booker's got 19 points.
I love the fact that Ntilikina is skilled at being a ball mover. He's got a pass-first mentality, and that's winning basketball.
Nice fake, but the layup off the mark. Knicks have gone 6 of 9 on their field goal attempts since the start of the fourth quarter. The feed to Booker. Pass to Ntilikina. And here's Porzingis. Rebounded by Isaac.
And at a certain point, there's just nothing more you can do.
Well, they're nearing that point right now. Everything would have to go perfectly just to give them a shot.
Man, I like seeing DJ come to life when the game is on the line. He isn't afraid to take these huge shots, which is exactly the mindset you got to have.
And an intentional foul right there. He hits the first one, and that increases their lead to 6. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 7-point game.
And those attempts right now at the charity stripe are helping them pull away.
Fires from the wing. Money! Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
Yeah, confidence in the mid-range, which is going to make him impossible to defend.
And so they choose to intentionally foul. And he misses the first one. Boy, he wanted that one to fall. He's able to hit the second one, and that increases their lead to 6. And it's the Magic's ball.
Clock's ticking. They got to get up a shot.
Yeah, and then you have to foul right away on the inbounds. Maybe the first person who touches the ball.
Now flying high and throwing it down with the one-hander.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys.
That's right. No other option but to foul and hope for some misses.
And the first of 2, no good. Heartbreaker. That's good. Going 1 of 2 from the line, and that puts them up by 5. Now a timeout called by Orlando. They trail by 5. 15 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, what's your take?
It's going to be interesting to see what they draw up to get this quick shot.
They love to get it into the hands of their best scorer, but you also need a backup plan. Plan B has to be covered.
And now the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Kristaps Porzingis.
And his shooting percentage reflects just how efficient he's been. It's better than 50%, always a sign of a solid offensive performance. But his movement and his shot selection have also both been tremendous.
Buries it, and he has brought them to within 2 points.
Oh, that is the play of the game.
Nothing more rewarding than hitting the big shot for your team.
And no good as the first free throw missing for him. We'll see if he can nail the second. He's able to hit the second one, and that makes it a 3-point lead. Now a timeout called by Orlando. They're trailing by 3. 9 seconds left in the game. Guys, what do you think?
You know, you'd love to be able to clear space and get that triple, but you can also do the 2 with a quick foul.
Well, it really depends on what's available, so we'll see how the defense lines up here.
Off target from downtown. From deep. So a close game sees New York take this one. They break the hearts of every fan in the building with a dramatic late victory.
And Kevin, this is the kind of win you have to take a battle with everything they had and came through when the pressure was at its highest.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Brent Berry, Greg Anthony, and David Owens, this is Kevin Harlan along with our 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. We'll see you later.
The 2K Sports pregame show.
Hey, Ernie Johnson here, and I'm joined by Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports. Tonight's game held at Amway Center. It's the Orlando Magic going up against the Sacramento Kings. Looking at the Kings, this is a season I'm sure they're anxious to put behind them, and it probably can't end soon enough.
It's a road game for the Kings, and they're facing an interconference matchup in today's game. We welcome you to Noche NBA here on 2K Sports. From the attire to the food, the players' jerseys, tonight a celebration of the Latin culture. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. DA will join us tonight on the sideline. And the continued absence of Julius Randle, a story for them.
Well, I'll tell you, this is a tough blow for this team. He very well could be out the rest of the season, and that's something that's hard to adjust to.
Now a chance, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. The starting five on the floor. On the floor for Sacramento, we've got George Hill. Montrezl Harrell is out there with Doug McDermott, and it's Hart in a two-guard. Teams constantly jockeying for position, and I guess they're trying Clark for a lot of things. Home court advantage, one of them.
Yeah, it certainly is a big factor. Not as much as you get to the latter rounds of the playoffs, but I think in the first rounds it's critically important, especially if you're a relatively young team and getting your first taste of playoff action. Having the home court advantage could be huge for that kind of team.
Pass to Isaac. And just about a minute into the first quarter. Feeds to Fournier. That three off the mark. Magic on defense. A tough loss coming against New York in their last game played.
And that was a shocker. Hard to believe that they dropped the ball, so to speak, on that one. And probably a tough pill for them to swallow.
And to lose it like they did, too. Wow, right at the end, man, makes it even tougher to take.
Here's Hart. He's coming off a 13-point game against the Thunder in Oklahoma City. And the foul called on DJ. That's foul number 2 for him. Here are the Magic now. They lead by 6, their biggest margin. They traveled to Sacramento last time they faced the Kings and came away with a win.
And in the last face-off against these guys, they enjoyed a huge advantage in free throw percentage.
Yeah, it was really simple. I mean, you look at the numbers, they did a better job of knocking down the free throws.
Kelly Olynyk is out there with Anderson. And it's DJ. And there's Jackson. And it's Wells in at the 2. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Magic. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Well, DJ in the last matchup against the Knicks was outstanding. He finished with 39 points, and along with what he did on offense, he had a big defensive night as well. His coach said it best, when he gets in the zone, there is no stopping him. We'll see if he gives us another superstar performance tonight, Kevin.
David, appreciate the report. He was a one-man show in that game.
And, you know, it'll be interesting to see how much that took out of him. I mean, he'll have a hard time putting up anything even close to those numbers here tonight.
Well, Greg, you know where I'm going. He was a stat sheet stuffer in that game. Did a little bit of everything and did it all well.
The Magic have looked good at the line tonight. They're perfect in 4 attempts. And picks taken in the late first round can be a bit of a crapshoot, Clark. But Justin Anderson, taken with the 21st pick back in 2015, he sure seems like a keeper.
Yeah, I concur with everything you said there, Kevin. I mean, seeing him at Virginia, you knew he had the physical tools. It's just a matter of developing his skills and his shooting ability to be able to succeed at this level, and I think he will.
Score it. His 3rd straight basket in 3 tries. And that replay presented by Under Armour, showing us the fantastic steal that led to that fast break finish. Another unleashed chaos moment. Richardson kicks to Beasley. Picked by Harrell. Goes up the baseline. Count it, and the Orlando lead has been cut down now to just 9 on the basket from Beasley.
That's a shot he shouldn't be afraid to take more often.
Here's Olynyk. Rebound by Harrell. Sacramento's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. And the foul called on DJ. That's his 3rd foul of the game. And the Magic making a change here. Rogers is checked in. Second quarter of play with around 2 minutes gone so far. Richardson kicks to Beasley. Picked by Harrell. Shot clock at 6. Now here's McDermott. He's guarded closely. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Yeah, just a fantastic job to stay with the play and just not give up. Excellent effort on the offensive backboard.
The Kings trail by 7. They set the pick. Beasley kicks to Fox. Now here's McDermott. The game against Oklahoma City, very impressive. Here's Wells, and plenty of contact on the shot, so 2 free throws coming up. And the foul called on the Sacramento Kings.
Man, I like seeing Wells slice to the rack, using his quickness and putting the defense in a really hard spot. He's great at drawing fouls.
Aaron Gordon, he's checking in for the Magic. Isaac comes in for Anderson.
and not what we're accustomed to seeing from him at all from the free throw line.
Fox, no good. Magic leading by 7. And DJ gets it to go on the assist by Gordon. 8 points for DJ.
Man, I love how DJ handles these challenges. I mean, if you whack him when he's penetrating inside, you got to hit him hard. Don't let him get his arms up and get that shot on the rim. Otherwise, it's a bucket.
Fox passes to Hart. Sacramento moving it around. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It's going to be on DJ.
Boy, I like the focus and unselfishness Fox brings to the court. A strong defender with lightning-quick reflexes in every spot.
He misses the free throw. And, Clark, when you think back to your career, 44 seconds left to play here in the half. From the baseline. And DJ with the nice bucket inside. DJ's got 10.
Boy, I really like the way he's stroking the ball. I mean, knocking down a bunch of his shots and really being efficient.
Pick up by Hill. There's the pick. Sacramento shooting their 7th and 8th attempts at the foul line tonight.
And it's been an average year, really, at the free throw line for this group, only around 75%.
And they've made progress in that department from last season going into this one, guys. I mean, the numbers have improved.
He hits one and misses one, each at the line. Orlando leading by 13. Rogers passes to Fournier. 3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Gordon. And the second chance effort by Gordon. Gordon's got his first 2 points of the night.
Yeah, great hustle from Gordon using his patented vertical to sky up for the board.
The pass to Hill. Here's the screen. From the top of the key. And it would have counted had it fallen, but it's offline. And so it's the Orlando Magic. Their lead at 15 going into the break. And it's been...
Thanks, Kevin. Joined here by...
Thank you, David. And we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway. Welcome back, everyone, to the start of the second half. Big margin on our hands, but we'll see if that gap narrows down in the third and fourth quarters. DJ really making a difference here.
His points production thus far off the charts. It's only been 2 quarters. Just a great effort for him for the entire half.
Yeah, and it doesn't matter where he is on the floor either, Greg. He's making it look very easy. He's looking to score the ball.
On the floor for Sacramento. Hill is out there with Hart. Then there's Harrell. Then it's McDermott. And it's Papagiannis in at the center, filling out the middle. Last game for the Kings, they picked up the W against the Thunder in Oklahoma City.
And we all know in a hostile environment, always tough, but they were the better team on that night.
No question about it. Honed in completely. They demonstrated real grit in a tough place to play, and they got the result they wanted.
They get it again. Gets the bucket and the foul. And so he's picked up his final. And so it's Orlando taking this one by a big margin. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be playing.
It makes a big difference. And once they started to really play in rhythm, you never felt like they had any doubts as to whether or not they were going to win.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For David Aldridge.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, basketball fans. I'm Ernie Johnson, welcoming you to 2K Sports. I'm here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. And it is Magic basketball tonight as the Orlando Magic go up against the Mavericks in Dallas. For Dallas, there's a 12-game difference between them and the conference leaders, but they're still in the mix when it comes to the playoff discussion. With the regular season,
the Magic are out of Orlando and into this interconference game. Welcome, everyone, to NBA basketball here on 2K Sports. Tonight, it's Noche NBA, a celebration of the amazing Latin culture in this league and a couple of big-time pivots going head-to-head tonight. Doris, looking at the NBA right now, how has that center position evolved on both ends of the floor?
Well, it seems to me that increasingly, unless you're a shot maker from the perimeter, you can't find time on an NBA floor. So certainly they've become more perimeter-oriented. The ability to at least make a mid-range jump shot helps the spacing on the floor. And then obviously on the defensive end, Kevin, the more valuable you are is based on can you switch and pick and roll situations, guard a variety of positions, say 3, 4, 5, and if necessary in an absolute pickle, can you stay with a guard if you've got to switch a pick and roll between a big and a small.
All fueled up and ready to go. Brought to you by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. On the court for Orlando, we've got Isaac, Fournier out there with Rogers. Then there's Gordon, and it's DJ in at the 5, roaming the paint. They set the pick. Vonleh, the pass to Simmons. Some nice passing here by Dallas. For 3, Smith sinks the three-pointer. Smith's got himself going there, his first points of the game on the deep ball. About 1 minute into the first quarter. DJ with it, now guarded by Noel. That one's no good. 0 of 1 to begin the game. Orlando on D. This game coming on the heels of their win against the Kings.
And once they established that flow offensively, really never got any resistance from the D.
I think, Greg, you can't expect to win with that kind of effort. The defense was nowhere to be found, and it cost them all night long.
Simmons dishes to Noel. Pass to Smith. Nice teamwork to set up the pick play and make the space for the J.
And I just love how Smith is ready to shoot as soon as he gets the ball, measuring the shot as the pass is en route.
And Nerlens Noel out of Kentucky, slender and mobile and long. And Greg, he can cover ground in a hurry.
Boy, and you can see it in his rate of steals to go along with the blocks. That quickness is a huge asset in today's game. It's all about versatility, both offensively and defensively.
Low block chance, no good from DJ.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
Back to Bazemore. There's the screen. His three-pointer's off the mark.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Boy, Kev, what a feed. That's what you get from DJ, someone who understands where to put the basketball and when.
Smith with it. His last outing, he had 18 points. Here's Noel. That's tipped. This is to DJ. And DJ throws it down.
Boy, they move it back up the court with pace, and DJ the first to pounce on the fast break opportunity.
And in this first quarter, about 3 minutes played. And here's Smith. 5 points in the game. Bazemore on the wing. Yes, and it's Smith with the assist that time.
You know, the assist has to go to the screen on that play. Gave him all the room he needed to rise and fire.
Now the pass to Rogers. Gordon a screen. Rogers against Smith. 4 on the clock. And stolen by Bazemore. No one near Smith as he lets it go. It's good, only a few seconds into the shot clock. 1:20 left in the first quarter. And a missed layup.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over him.
Lets it go from deep. Rebounded by Isaac. Isaac's got his 3rd rebound on the night. And he's good on the 3-ball. And that's now 7 points for DJ.
Boy, what a quick trigger on that jump shot. That's what you want from DJ, right? No hesitation. Just catch it and shoot it.
Here's Vonleh. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
I'll tell you, somebody on the defensive end has got to step in and try to get a body on him there.
Pass to Isaac, and it is flushed down with a nice jam.
How about the concentration?
Mavericks trail by 3, so on the floor for Orlando. They've got DJ. Rogers is out there with Wells. Then there's Anderson. Here's the screen. A baseline J. That's short off the rim. Orlando's gone 3 of 4 from long range in the game. And the Mavericks, one of the more forward-thinking franchises in the NBA. They were among the first, Doris, to embrace analytics.
Well, listen, this is an organization that ownership has a background in technology, so it makes sense for them to grasp onto those analytics. But for me, it's about combining that with the fierce competitiveness and a team hungry to find every edge.
And Orlando making a change here. Fournier is checked in. No good off the front iron. Magic leading by 4. To the inside, and DJ throws it down.
He can really elevate when he gets the chance. DJ putting that vertical and aerial skills to use.
They set the pick. Smith kicks to Vonleh. Back to Smith. It's stolen. Feeds to DJ. Magic moving the ball around. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. Doris is a former guard. You know how much energy it takes to run a team and think a game as well as score. I mean, there's a lot on your plate at that position. What backcourt guys get an advantage of playing with a consistently high motor?
Well, Russell Westbrook, in addition to his ferocity, seems to be able to sustain his level of energy across a 48-minute game. I feel like the guy never gets a rest, so he's one high motor guy. I'll tell you a guy who doesn't do it the same way, but still it's required that he has a level of endurance that maybe would shock people, is James Harden. Like, the guy has the basketball in his hands. He's #1 priority in terms of the defensive scout. So Russell Westbrook and James Harden, though they go about the job differently, both are phenomenal at having a great endurance and having the ball so much.
The tenacity on that interior, just battling, bringing that effort and will for second chance points.
Well, that's just taking your eyes off the target before releasing the pass. Very careless.
Here's Smith. He has 7. There's a screen by Noel. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
And when you look at Dennis Smith Jr., you aren't blown away by the physicality at first, but he's incredibly gifted for a player his size. Great speed and quickness to blow by defenders.
And with Dennis Smith, it isn't just burst of speed, it's his play in the open floor and Greg running end to end, which is phenomenal.
Yeah, he also just jumps and finishes at the rim like a shooting guard. He's only probably 6'2", 6'3", but he gets up in the air like a wing player. He's a lot like Derrick Rose was when he burst on the scene.
Simmons passes to Noel, 6 to shoot. Got a hand on it.
Gentlemen, DJ diving into the classics, knocking twice on the pipes on that rejection.
Not sure why he keeps trying his luck from deep here. It's just not his night.
Launches it. The shot's good from Rogers. Rogers has got his first 3 points of the game.
Guys, listen, the defense was totally invisible on that three-point attempt. Nobody even in his zip code.
Smith kicks to Vonleh. That one's not going to go. And Orlando the other way now. Their last encounter was in Orlando.
And the last time they faced this club, rebounding was their big advantage.
Mavericks trail by 7. In the corner, Simmons with it. There's a screen by Noel. And Simmons kicks to Vonleh. Wants to get it to Bazemore and does. Up in time. He knocks it down, but wait a minute. The officials are getting together. They may want to review this one. And we are not going to halftime just yet. Officials signaling they are going to review the tape.
And the NBA Replay Center in Secaucus is queuing it up. And even before we look at the replay, I'm pretty sure he got that off in time.
And the call is going to be overturned. The second look shows that he did, in fact, beat the clock.
Yeah, they're glad they're going to get those points. It wasn't too long ago that they wouldn't even have looked at it on the monitor, but replay's here, and it's here to stay for situations just like that.
Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway. The third quarter now beginning. Both sides looking to pull away in the last half of the game. You look at DJ in this one. He's been everywhere.
It's been about his ability to just lock down the opponent from a defensive standpoint. A lot of shots also being blocked.
Well, he has been in the grill of his man all night. He's used his reach to turn away those shots. You have to love the defensive effort.
Smith is out there with Simmons. Then there's Kent Bazemore. Then there's Nerlens Noel. And it's Vonleh in at the power forward. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Smith kicks it to Bazemore. No good from outside. The Magic leading by 7. There's the dish to DJ. Shot on the wing. The Mavericks pull it in. They put up a nice win against Utah last time out.
And I was impressed with how comfortable they looked in that environment, made the most of their possessions.
They were extremely efficient, Greg. They ran their offense well and took good high percentage shots. Well, the struggles from the field continue for this guy. The way it's going, he shouldn't be more than a secondary option for them at this point.
Simmons dishes to Noel. Back to Smith. Bazemore for 3. Orlando grabs the miss. DJ's got 7 rebounds in the game.
I'll tell you, he hasn't been able to find the mark all night. It's a big reason they're staring at this deficit. I don't like their energy level since the break, right? They've missed 3 of their first 4 shots.
Whitehead's checked in for Simmons. Orlando also making some changes. Olynyk comes in for Aaron Gordon, and Wells is subbed in for Evan Fournier. There's a screen by Noel. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. It's going to be on DJ. Doris, it's been said that you started playing basketball in the 2nd grade. How did your love of this sport become so evident so early?
Yeah, you know, I moved to the Jersey Shore when I was 7 years old. There was a park right next door. And, you know, I'm the last of 8 kids. My family didn't have a ton of money. But, boy, all I needed was a rim and a basketball. And I could spend 6, 7, 8 hours. My mother used to call me back in from the park to have lunch or dinner. I just spent my entire childhood on the hard court next door dribbling away.
Were you naturally good at it, or did you feel like you had to work at it, or did you just feel like I got a knack for this, I think?
No, I think, you know, obviously when you play the game from 7 years old, you pick up on a lot of the nuance. And as in anything, you have to work hard at something to be good at it. And
right.
It didn't feel like work because I love basketball.
It shows even now. Mavericks trail by 9. Smith kicks to Vonleh. Right side Robinson. Ripped away. 14 feet away. And it's DJ missing.
He's obviously still trying to find the range. No success this quarter. You wonder what it would take to get him to pass the ball.
And DJ throws it down.
Well, the presence of mind from Kelly Olynyk, knowing someone's open, finds him quickly.
And Dallas calls their first time out of the game.
But Kelly Olynyk, remember, out of Gonzaga, a great college program. This is a 7-footer with guard skills, and no coincidence. He played guard before a growth spurt in high school, and that turned him into the big man that he is now.
Here is Rodgers. And so in the game for the Magic, Aaron Gordon out there with DJ. Then there's Rodgers. Then it's Evan Fournier. And it's Anderson in at the 3 spot.
I'll tell you, we know DJ's capable of putting on a great one-man show, either with his music or with his basketball. And this has been a heck of a show tonight.
And Olynyk, Doris, with the complete complement of skills.
Well, that's the key, Kevin. This guy can attack closeouts. He can make things happen off the bounce. Very rare to see a 7-footer with that kind of skill.
Smith kicks it to Bazemore. And nothing is falling for him right now. Orlando leading by 9. Bender with the rebound. Outside, Simmons. No good on the triple.
And they've just tried everything to stem the tide here, but nothing seems to work.
Well, Greg, I think this other team is just in a zone right now. They're clicking on the offensive end, and the defense starting to look frustrated.
And he makes the first.
We're still waiting for that first miss from the line this half.
And the Mavericks making a change here.
I think part of what makes DJ special, guys, is his commitment to the game, right? He wants to be the best player he can.
Noel, a screen on Fournier. Dallas, no good that time either.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
And they're pushing it up. That one's good, and the Magic lead is cut down now to just 9 in the bucket from Bazemore.
Nice job getting inside for the layup. Got the D thinking, jump shot, gave a little pump fake, and then off to the races. Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
A 3 from Simmons. Yes, and it's Smith with the assist that time.
A lot of guys have great vision, but they're not always willing passers. Not the case with Smith. Very unselfish and aware of keeping his teammates involved. Ooh, that's as forceful a finish as you're ever going to see out of this guy.
Well, gee, it adds now to their lead in spectacular fashion.
You know, and I'm not seeing any urgency out of this defense, especially considering the deficit in the score.
And Noel kicks to Simmons. No good on the triple. Orlando leading by 10. And a wide open look for DJ. Rebound by Smith.
Boy, with that much space around him, maybe he's better off attacking the basket than settling for the jumper.
And the foul called on DJ. That's his 4th foul of the contest. Isaacs checked in for Orlando. Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the 4th. Here's Smith. And it's DJ with the rebound. DJ's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Orlando moving the ball around. There's a good screen.
Boy, that's how you like to see DJ finish a drive, not holding anything back, send a message.
To the middle. It's picked off. Ball going up court. Passes it to Gordon. Out of bounds. Dallas will take possession.
Well, just loses his head for a moment. That's not overthinking. That's just not thinking.
Fourth quarter keeps moving right along. 3 minutes gone so far. And the Mavericks call time here. They're down by 12. 1:58 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Or something that's become popular, debating whether a player is a star or a superstar. To you, what's the major difference between those two thoughts?
To me, the biggest difference between star and superstar are those guys who are willing to absorb the label on a night-by-night basis and a moment-by-moment basis. You can't disappear when the stakes get high. You can't disappear on a February night in the middle of the grind pre-All-Star break. Greatness requires you to come with it every single night.
And they don't care about the conversation about them. They're bulletproof in some ways, very thick-skinned.
Very Kobe-like attribute you just referenced.
Very good comparison. The feed to Smith. Ball stolen. Pass to Rogers. To the paint. He's looking for Gordon and finds him. Hammers the alley-oop through.
Absolutely the prettiest play in basketball, executed to perfection.
I don't think you'd get an argument there. Everybody loves the alley-oop. Great way to see the alley-oop. That replay courtesy of Under Armour. Another Unleash Chaos moment. Simmons against Fournier. 6 on the shot clock. Kicks to Simmons. Free throw line jump shot. That's the 6th make from the field. He's taken 9 shots and missed but 3.
Well, he just creates enough separation to get a quality look from the mid-range.
And DJ throws it down.
You know, he's flat fueling their success. Most of the offense has gone through him.
Simmons against Fournier. In the corner, Bazemore with it. Or as it seems like individual all-star and MVP voting is heavily influenced by how players' teams perform. Is that a good thing?
Well, I will say this, Kevin. I have a vote in some of the postseason awards. And if, in fact, I've got 2 players at the same position and I need some line of demarcation to separate one from another, a team's win-loss record may influence that. Now, you might say it's unfair, but sometimes the difference between a player making it and not making it is minuscule. I would say this to you, Kevin. I would like to see all-star teams go out to 15 players as opposed to 12. There are 3 teams, first, second, and third, all NBA. Why not have 15 guys on the all-star team?
Excellent idea.
I'll tell you, when you're the visiting team, it can be hard to maintain focus, but not tonight.
No, I think that they've been locked in during this game. They didn't let the opposing crowd get to them at all. This has been pure domination.
That one drops for him. 9 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Dishes it to Gordon. And stolen by Vonleh. Here's Bazemore. And sticking right with it. Gets the foul with the bucket. And he'll go to the line.
And just showing you his determination despite the size difference.
I mean, how does he get that shot off? I mean, he had to angle that perfectly to get past the defender.
And so it's Orlando taking this one by a big margin. This was a very strong showing for him, Greg. Not necessarily a runaway win, but one.
Let's face it, anytime you can go on the road and win in the fashion they did, you have to feel good about it. Really an outstanding effort all the way around.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, and the rest of our terrific crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. See you next time.
Whew, yeah. Great game, DJ.
Thanks.
Listen, the guys in the studio want to talk to you.
Okay, let's
All
do
right.
it.
Right this way.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
And we welcome you back. I'm Ernie Johnson. We got Shaq here. We got Kenny here.
Hey, what's up? It's the Jet. You were dropping dime.
And that's a wrap.
Yo, what's up, man?
You were on fire, DJ. Yo.